Hi there, this is IGCSE Maths Tutors, and in today's video we're going to present Powers and Roots Part 2. In the previous video I have shown you the rules relating to powers and roots, and in this video we're going to solve some questions. Now, the first question that we're going to tackle is actually the question that was on the thumbnail of Part 1 of Powers and Roots. On that thumbnail I showed you a problem and I've given you three choices to choose from for the answer, and none of these choices were correct. And this was a real teaser. I just wanted you to be curious to see the video. So today I'm going to start off by solving this problem for you. Now the question said a squared multiplied by the cubic root of a, all cubed. We want to answer this question in the simplest possible form. So first off, we are going to use the rule that says that the mth root of a is equivalent to a to the power 1 over m. So the cubic root of a is equal to a to the power 1 over 3. And therefore, we reformulate the expression and it becomes a squared multiplied by a to the power 1/3 all cubed. Then we're going to use the rule that says that the power that is outside the bracket is multiplied by the indices of each power inside the bracket. And so a squared, when multiplied by the index outside the bracket, becomes a to the power 2 times 3, and a to the power 1/3 becomes a to the power 3 times 1 over 3. Now, if you do the multiplication, the expression becomes a to the power 6 multiplied by a to the power 1. Finally, we'll use the rule that says that if we multiply the same bases with different indices, we add these indices up. And so a to the power 6 multiplied by a to the power 1 becomes a to the power 6 plus 1, or a to the power 7, and this is the right answer. Now we turn to another question that's in an IGCSE maths exam. It says that y equals 9 times 10 to the power 2n, where n is an integer. Find in standard form an expression for y to the power 3 over 2 in the simplest possible form. So y to the power 3 over 2 means y cubed all to the power half. And remember that y to the power half means the square root of y. Hence, we first cube the expression and then we get its square root. So first off, we cube the expression. So y cubed equals 9 times 10 to the power 2n all cubed. This is equal to 9 cubed multiplied by 2n times 3. Remember the rule that says that the index outside the bracket is multiplied by the indices inside. Now y cubed equals 2. 9 cubed is 729 multiplied by 10 to the power 2n times 3, which is 10 to the power 6n. Now the second thing that we're going to do is to get the square root of this expression. So if we get the square root of both sides, we have y cubed all to the power half is equal to the square root of 729 multiplied by 10 to the power 6n all to the power half. Remember again that the square root means to the power half, since the mth root of any number is equal to that number to the power 1 divided by m. Hence, we have the square root of 729 is a simple 27, and 10 to the power 6n all to the power half means that we're going to multiply half by 6n, and this gives 3n. So we end up with 27 times 10 to the power 3n. Now, if we didn't have the requirement to get the answer in standard form, we could just leave it at this. Standard form means that we have only one number before the decimal place. So if we move the decimal place by one number and multiply by 10, since 27 equals 2.7 times 10 to the power 1. So in order to make it in standard form, we convert the 27 to 2.7 and multiply it by 10 to the power 1, and the 10 to the power 3n stays as it is. Remember that if the same base is multiplied, we add the indices. Hence 10 to the power 1 multiplied by 10 to the power 3n becomes 10 to the power 3n plus 1. And this is the final answer, 2.7 multiplied by 10 to the power 3n plus 1. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Meanwhile, if you still have questions, as usual, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye for now.